You know that Michael Jackson song, Who's Loving You? I'm not going to sing it. Okay. But that song made me ask this question. And I wanted to ask you this question. Who's taking care of you? Who's keeping you safe? I think that's really what inspired the topic of this video on this lovely Friday is boundaries are actually there to keep you safe. Boundaries are actually there to protect you. Boundaries are not there because you're trying to be mean. Boundaries are not there because you think you're better than this person or you think that person is better than you. Imagine boundaries like you draw this line around you and you're basically saying to anybody and anything that, hey, you see this line I drew around myself? We don't get to cross this line because this is the line that keeps me safe. You want the best version of me to show up? You don't get to cross this line because that is the line that protects your peace. That is the line that reminds you that no, you're going to respect yourself and other people may not like you, but they need to respect you. That's what boundaries are. And I feel like a lot of the time we draw this line, right? And we say, okay, you know what? This is my boundary. And then somebody shows up or a situation shows up and it's a sub story or they feel bad and they want you to feel bad or they're upset. They have their own situation going on. So they say to you, hey, because, I have this thing that I've got going on. Is it all right if I just cross that line that you drew? I don't mean to. I don't mean to hurt you. I don't mean to upset you. I don't mean to cross that line that you drew. But, I've got things going on. So sometimes your boundary is going to be disrespected. A lot of times we make excuses for people or things that come in with that mentality or that come in from that angle. Because it might not even be that they're doing it on purpose. It might not be that people are trying to disrespect you. It might not be that people don't respect your boundaries. They might not even know what your boundaries are if you don't make it clear. Number two, they might be so into their own thing and their own world to the point where they're not intentionally coming and blowing up your boundaries. But it is your responsibility to keep yourself safe. It's your responsibility to remind people, right? But we still hold grace. We maintain grace because we know people have things going on, right? Life is happening. So we maintain grace and we say, hey, look, you see this line right here? This line right here is to keep me safe. So when you start crossing this boundary right here, I start to go into flight mode, or I start to go into fight mode. And if those people love you, which you should be in an environment of people who love you and people who are there for you, then they should be like, oh, do you know what? I'm so sorry because I have my own stuff going on and I completely forgot that you had that line right there. Or I wasn't even aware that that was one of your boundaries. And then they respect it. And we reciprocate. What tends to be the issue is that we say, hey, this is the line that keeps me safe. But because we love that person so much, and because we respect that person, or because we feel indebted to that person, This could be somebody that's helped you out before. This could be somebody that you're in a relationship with. This could be your kids. It could be your parents. It could be your friends. It could be people in your business, people at work. It could be so many different people from your church. You get where I'm coming from? So many times we will make excuses for how they repeatedly cross that line that keeps us safe. And what ends up happening in those situations is that you are now abandoning yourself. So I ask you again, who is protecting you? Who's keeping you safe? In those moments when you are allowing people to cross that line because you love them, because they have things going on in their own world, because they're grieving, because they're going through something, whatever it is, or because they don't know, who is keeping you safe while you're busy making excuses for other people? Most of you are going to say, well, nobody's really looking out for me in those instances. And that's why I wanted to remind you, you need to look out for yourself. And I'm not saying this in a me, right? It's all about me. Like, forget everybody else. I'm just going to be selfish. But what I'm realizing as Black women, what I'm realizing as Black mothers is that we have a tendency to say, oh, I can take a little bit more. Sure, they disrespected my boundary. Sure, they blew up the line that I drew time and time again. But I can handle a little bit more, I can take it because I'm strong. And because afterwards they apologize and they say they're going to do better next time. And each time that we do that, each time that we make that excuse for that person, those people, those situations, those environments, we are abandoning self. So now, so I can really drill it in, you know where I'm coming from? Because sometimes we really have to get it to lock in. Now I want you to imagine a young girl. She's about 7 or 8. This girl's standing in the playground. And there's a whole bunch of other kids around her. She's playing by herself, do you know what I mean? She's building her little thing. She's got her little sandcastle thing going on. A couple of kids come in and they're playing, they're distracted, and they kick her castle. Right? And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She might be like, no, it's okay. It was an accident. It's fine. And then she's rebuilding again. Other kids might come and toss the castle again. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see that you were playing there. Why are you on the floor? Why are you playing over there? You're just gonna get people to mess up what you're playing with. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Group of other kids do the same thing, whether it's intentional or it's not intentional. This little girl, you're gonna be, if you're over there and you're watching this happen to this little girl, you're gonna advise her, right? You're gonna be like, hey, where you're playing and where you're trying to build what you are trying to build here, your sandcastle and stuff, it's cute and everything. And kudos to you, good for you, because you got your own thing going on. But this might not be the right environment, because you see all these kids over here, they're distracted, and some of these kids are mean. This might not be the right place for you to be trying to build this castle. She might be like, oh yeah, okay, well, I guess I'll go figure out something else to do. Figure out something else to play with. Or she might be like, nah, I don't care. I'm just gonna stay here and keep building this castle and have these rando kids come in and continue to mess up what she's trying to build. If she chooses the second option, you're going to be like, man, like, she's hard of hearing. Like, don't get upset, you know, don't be mad if these other kids like keep, because you're building something in the wrong environment. You're building something where you can't protect it. Same thing goes for you. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people that understand that boundaries are there to keep us safe. They're not there to keep people out. They're not there to push people away. Boundaries are a way of self-respect, self-protection, so that whatever it is that you are working on right now in life, and I'm not just talking about monetary stuff, it could be relationships with people, it could be working just on yourself, working on your confidence, it could be you're in school, it could be you're applying for different jobs, you could be training for something. Whatever it is that you are currently working on, you need to give yourself the right environment to be able to do that. You need to be in an environment where you can thrive,